Hello everyone, welcome back to another part. I apologize, this is Ace Attorney. Last time I let you guys off, we spoke to Mr. Mint here. Mr. Mint, that's a good name for him. Too bad I thought about that kind of late. But we spoke to Mr. Mint and revealed a whole bunch of stuff about Thalissa, about her having a previous husband. Also even having another child from that previous marriage. Whoever that child is, we will probably never know, or will we? But we're gonna move on to the Borscht Bowl Club because now we need to speak to Zach and complete what I've accidentally started a couple episodes back. So we're now gonna talk to him now that we have the information that's needed to unlock the Grand Maurice secret. Because this took a long time for me to get this done, but I finally got it. As we all seen this. You chose your defense attorneys playing by playing poker. Some were hired, others are fired. As we all know, this is where we kind of got stuck with revealing kind of a few things. Also found out that this is how freaking Phoenix has been going about losing poker. I don't know if having a little girl help you with winning poker is illegal, but we're not gonna think about the justice the legal ramifications of what Phoenix is doing. Oh goodness gracious! I like this. Phoenix went from a high class attorney to a street thug on the street. Well, not on the street, like just in a club doing illegal things. Her line? As we all know, Phoenix doesn't know about any of this so far. Let's see here. What have you guys been up to these last couple of days? I've been doing nothing but playing Minecraft. You can get a whole new series on my channel gets set up, which you guys will find out. It's this Friday, I think, because this episode is gonna be Thursday. Yeah, it should be tomorrow. You find this new series I've been working on. Oh, that's right. We need to do this. No one went through all that. Guess we got to redo all these locks now, which shouldn't be too bad. I have to know more about this power at Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. After you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power. But Trucy does? Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother, Thalissa Grammari. I will not speak of that. Thalissa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. As we all did before, we're going to show him the gun. The three of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. Yeah, another story binds to fame, one that not many know. Thalissa lost her life during the rehearsal. To you and Valen Grammari's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalissa? I'm sure Valen would say the same thing. Why is that just another murderer, a murderer I might mention? Damn you. Her eyes, I loved Thalissa's eyes. To think she could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that I felt, like an embrace. Another thing is, to that statement that he says, like, I know why you don't want to speak about her. Pretty much is you can either present the commemorative stamp to that or the gun. You get the same result. Now I don't know why. I've been checked a couple of facts on Game Facts, and they only say that you can present the commemorative stamp. I just now recently found out that you can also present the gun to this statement, and he'll also tell you, I don't know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. So there's someone else, intrusive, someone who inherited Thales' power. Ha ha! How would I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth, or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. As you already know, Apollo has also demonstrated his power. Now, whether there's a connection between Thalissa and Apollo remains to be seen. This boy, his name is, I forget, something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney. I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So what are we to make of this, old great ex-attorney? You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like, but you could at least say something like, I'm this boy, I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if I knew the facts. This might be 100% proof. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalissa. Actually, more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. Wait, I thought I had the ring. I like that I probably wonder what's going on here, but the missing link. Oh, here it is. This not the. I was losing it there for a minute, but you had to have this picture of the that you got from Mr. Mint. That's his name now, Mr. Mint. Actually, I know something. Your marriage to Thalissa was our second. How did you know this? Her first husband, he died a year after they were wed, yes? He was a performer. They met when he joined us Grammarized as a guest in our show. After Thalissa wed him, she left the troupe for a while. And you say she had a child then? I have a photograph of her here. I couldn't help notice what she was wearing when I first saw this. Those bracelets stand out. They are Grandma family heirloom. This boy wears a bracelet just like the ones in this picture. What? So, that's why. Why what, Mr. Zack? I took this photograph of Thalissa before she left us. When she returned, she wore only one bracelet. I bet I know where the other one went. She gave it to this boy. Her son. Yep, folks. Apollo Justice. It was Thalyssa's son, as I already kind of spoiled that for you guys. But yes, there's a connection between Apollo and her, which is why his power is very similar to Trucy. They are brother and sister, even though they're only half brother and sister, but they are brother and sister. Which is why I even brought up the fact that they have a brotherly, sisterly relationship, where she pokes fun at him and he pokes fun back at her sometimes. The relationship between those two kind of resemble mine with my sisters. She pokes fun at me, I kind of just take it. But on this game, this strange power, I myself do not know from where it comes. Yet the fact is that it is passed down the Grammarly line. It runs in their veins. What is it? I asked her, Thalissa, once. This is what she told me. Her power responds to tension in others. The tension? If she were to face a person and they became tense, even slightly, then she would know, no matter how hard they tried to hide it from her. So she could see it. Not quite. This is the strangest part of it all. She wouldn't realize that she was subconsciously detecting this tension without the use of a particular object, or, in her case, objects. Objects? Wait, were they something she wore? Yes, her bracelets. I admit, the first time I saw one of those, I felt they were more to it than a fashion statement. But what kind of power could a bracelet have? I have made a decision. I will tell you all I know. Consider it a gift. Now about Trucy and Apollo. Well, I hardly need to tell you. I hardly need you to tell me at this point. But those two are brother and sister. Yes, the brother too has this power of theirs. So Trucy has an older brother. I wonder what will come of that. Mr. Wright, Tonight, after our game is done, I will return to a life of hiding. I would not see her live a life without knowing. I understand. I'll tell the two of them when the time is right. I am in your debt once again. No kidding. What I want to know is how all this got to be so messed up. The bracelets. Those bracelets are made of a special alloy. It is said to expand and shrink very slightly in response to body warmth. So their temperature sensitivity, or their temperature sensitive or something? Yes. This is how they can shrink to the exact size of the wearer's wrist. And this has something to do with the power? What have I told you? The ground rate power reacts to tension in others. When a ground rate senses tension, they too become tense. And this tension translates into minute contractions of the muscles. So minute they cannot sense it on their own. Their muscles. Oh, so that's what the bracelets are for. With a bracelet on, one can sense these contractions. Because the bracelet is also a perfect fit. So when the person they're watching gets tense, the bracelet feels tighter on their wrist. Precisely. But that alone doesn't really count as mind reading. I believe I understand how the process works from there. It's a simple question of eyesight. Eyesight? I guess that sounds simple enough. Have you ever heard of kinetic vision? Something about ability to see moving objects with full clarity, right? I've heard about it before. They say athletes can see a moving ball like it was stopped if they focus. Oh, but it's not confined to sports alone. It all relies on the ability to focus. When we focus, we can see many things. The faintest twitch of a face, and the meaning that lies behind it. There lies one of the secrets of magic. One must know the mind of a crowd before one may distract it. So basically, what you're saying is, the Grammarites can see really well. For them, seeing is more than believing; it is knowing. Their power relies on eyesight combined with obsessional focus. Things are starting to come into focus for me too. Of course, it is difficult to maintain such levels of focus for any length of time. But what if someone could tell you when to focus? Or something. Precisely. But wait, Trissy doesn't have any bracelets. You were talking about poker, yes? The timing on when to focus is so elementary, she probably does it without thinking. I doubt Trissy herself has realized this. That is all I know of things of Grammary. Thank you, Mr. Zack. If this boy's bracelet is the real thing, then he will use it before long, thereby awakening his power. I'll keep that in mind. Well, shall we play a game? Ah, I said so much. Let me say one more thing. I will tell you of that night. That night my mentor, Magnifique Grammary, passed away from this world to the next. There were 2 pistols and 2 letters sent. This was Magnifique's test. A test. In his last years, Magnifique Grammary worked us to the bone. No, to the pain. But that night I could not shoot him. So I shot the clown's forehead instead. This, it seems, was the correct answer. Take this. I give my art to you, Zack. What? It is thanks for playing along with my show. You shot well tonight, Zack. Though I would not have minded dying by your hand. How could I shoot you? You're my mentor. Bah, I thought you might say that. If I went home without shooting anything, what would you have done then? Then of course I would have given Valen his chance. And if I shot you in the forehead instead, then it would be over. If you or Valen were to shoot me in the head, then I to darkness would go, and my art with me. A fitting end, don't you think? Ah! Yet this ending too gives me no cause for regret. I thank you, Zack. And I am sorry. I have done much that was wrong in my day. It seems to me that Magnifique wanted you to be his successor all along. That's why the time he gave you was earlier than Valen's. Perhaps, but it is not something we will ever know for sure now. I wonder, what is Valen up to these days? Waiting for you to die? If 7 years pass like this, the performance rights go to him. Ah, and now here I am, and his dream is ended. It's worse than that, actually. Public opinion's a fickle thing, you know. What? You don't mean to tell me that they put the blame for our mentor's death on him? The trial ended when you vanished, Mr. Zack. There were even rumors that Valen had helped you pull it off. But that's madness. Well, it seems that before I can once again disappear from this world, I have one more act to perform. Isn't it odd that sorting out my life should prove so complicated? Even though I'm dead. Ironic, isn't it? That night Zakamari was killed. He died as Shady Smith, a mysterious traveler with a secret past. But he left one thing behind before he parted. This. His confession to use as I saw fit. Of course, he killed no one. This was his way of tying up loose ends with his old partner, Valen Grammari. We now have Zack's confession. Just 2 more portions of the past data complete. We are getting close to the end, folks. After these next 2 portions are completed, we will jump back in to the case where Vera fainted. Then we'll finish the case off there. But as the next episode inclines, we gotta go to Sunshine Coliseum. So I'll see you guys then.